Hi everyone, this is Cyber here. I'm here today to bring you a new video for last year. Today they had another AMA on December 6th. I'm going to break down a good amount of it, show up on some of the screen. I'm not going to go through all of them because there's a lot of repeat questions or just things they talked about it. I apologize if you hear me coughing or you hear my voice breaking up a little bit. I am sick today. So I just wanted to bring you guys this info. So without further ado, just get into this. All right, so they started out, how do we unlock those cosmetics? And people ask about it. It says, cosmetics such as scans and emotes are unlocked by using cards, one or two in a game currently. Cards are earned by completing matches. Number of classmates that escape determine the number of cards each side earns. Legendary skins are awarded for getting 4 to 5 kills. Legendary skins can be unlocked with cards. Legendary skins cannot be unlocked with cards, sorry. This is the first phase of the meta system. New chapter introduces new features and brand new cosmetic. Excuse me. Then they talk about the abilities and projection. The game and our projection systems, classmates and feeds are rewarded for good game performance with tokens. Tokens are secondary currency used to projection through the game. Projection for the game, either with tokens or completing challenges, reward you with spells and legendary cosmetic. Within the game, you have an inventory of spells that you have unlocked with tokens. You can equip 2 spells you want to bring into the match, and if you use them during the match, they will become consumed. Each chapter will have a brand new spell and perhaps the return of fan favorites. Change to chapter 1 is only available to the classmates. However, something that we took note of the classmates used the game is prepared to unlock the full potential of the game for the Fiend in chapter 2. Fiend's spells will come in chapter 2. They are already in development and we want to hear your feedback from chapter 1 spells and what you like to see the Fiend spells in chapter 2. So they're already working on chapter 2 of the next chapter. So every chapter, I think there's going to be a new survivor or classmate, and there's going to be a new thing, which is a killer. They asked about the leaderboard and top petitions. They removed the leaderboards. They want to do a better... they want to make it more fair play. Our first iteration of the systems are intent to turn it into a player-based ranking system in future chapters. They love live events. We're looking at our way to make last year's style. We do this more in the future. Okay. They talked about ambush spots. The spider has most definitely an ambush, but will you discover that will change the scout abilities to spot ambushes. So they changed it from spotting if the killer or the feed was in a spot. Now they will highlight ambush spots with a yellow outline, even when the feed is not present in them. Excuse me. But it will not be sufficient to a feed. In other words, you won't know which feed the player has chosen until he bursts through the wall or comes down for the skylight. However, with a feed is hiding in a ambush spot, the spot will now highlight red, letting the classmates know they are in danger ahead. So once everyone knows which one it is, then you know to avoid that. Now with the hot topic of last year, voice chat. We talked about voice chat. They did a vote. Are people happy with them removing voice chat? Are you not happy? Me personally, there was a lot of people that weren't happy about it. Me, I didn't mind them removing it, because there's other games to do that, but I think more proximity based, kind of like Friday the 13th, where if they're across the map, you're not going to be able to hear them. You need a radio or something, but a radio is not going to work in this. So you need to stay close to be able to hear each other. So if they're 2 classrooms over, you might not be able to hear them scream. So yeah, they took a vote, and they are going to be bringing back VoIP, which is a voiceover. They didn't say if it's proximity based or what it is. I'm assuming it's probably just the same system, but they're going to be adding that into the audio settings in the next patch. There's no date for it yet, but we think this game is cheaper without it. Just say it allows the voice over systems shine a lot more While players hear all in-game hints from classmates, feel a lot more. Point out strap, identify traps, carry out for helping when injured. As for new voiceover lines, there's a few of returning classmates, but the bold of new voiceover coming in form of not just voice lines. It even shows interactive premium voice lines, and for the characters is possibly for future chapters. So they plan on doing more voice lines. They talked about Regine and duplicated characters. Regina actually has a last name, is Singe. For voice lines, they've just been working mostly on Regine voice lines and adding more voice lines or creepier sounds for the spider. They really didn't add too much, I guess, to the other characters, but they do have plans on to add more lines in the game to interact with duplications. Like if, let's say, two Chads are there and Chad says, "Oh, this guy's very good looking. It reminds me of something," or something like that. They plan on doing something without that, but they are looking into it, see if it's going to actually work. Then people ask about the roadmap. They want to know what's coming next. They said, "We're not going to be unveiling a roadmap just yet. We're sure delivering our comments before announcing them. We begin the concept phase of Chapter 2, as well as some primary technical groundworks in R&D. We would like to deliver our chapters at a rather reasonable interval, but we have a very small team. They want to make it good, which is understandable. So they already started working on it. But if like things are not working or things are not working in this chapter, they need to fix stuff. That's going to put a hold on the second chapter, which I hope they don't have any issues. They don't have to fix too much, but there's always going to be bugs. As part of the plan to improve communication with it, they want to make every chapter better as the last one, pretty much. They want the chapters to span the world, not just the characters, but they want to span the world, more gameplay space, new and depth. They want the game to be not just deeper, not just bigger, but more deeper into the phrasing of their story. As a hint for Chapter 2, the theme will introduce an entirely new genre to her and we're exploring here before. Slasher films, creature fears. There will be a very thin certain in this terms of lore and context. You better pray for your videos because they will show no mercy. So I'm thinking a priest, kind of like a priest, an evil priest or something, or nurse, not a nurse, a nun, something like that. As for Licensed Fiends, they love to have them in last year. They are huge horror fans, and they think they could do the characters justice. So, if anyone's seen, they already did a Pennywise kind of thing, but they can't put that in the game until they get licensed for it. So, who knows who they can get? I think the Pennywise looked really good. They just got to do its mechanics correct. Alright, gameplay. They had lots of gameplay questions. So they're going to break it down real quick. There's a lot of great game questions here. I'll answer them the best I can. It's a possibility for a future chapter. The melee combat system has been totally overhauled. It feels more tactical and engaging and making handing someone much more clear. The stress system has not had changed except for you no longer need the crafting kit. For you can start crafting. Yay, Chad has finally earned his A in shop class. The Fiend has gone through a balancing change as much more vulnerable in many ways. There's also the ability after nailing execution, both terrifying and satisfying. The classmates should still respawn in closets. The rooms of new combat mechanics when there's only one classmate left. These rumors are confirmed. So they confirmed that they made the Fiends, the killers, stronger in some way, and they gave them a new ability after you get a kill. So maybe there's some vulnerability or something like that, or gets more health. We'll see. And then I guess for the classmate, you can, I guess you have a combat mechanic where, like, if you're not down or you're by yourself, you're a little stronger or you get a little more health or something like that. They haven't talked about it too much, but there's something to help you might be able to get one of your other classmates back out. Excuse me. Players can create private lobbies by accepting invites from a theme player. This will result in an on-ranked match that does not forward progression. Now, this wasn't on the AMA, but I read somewhere that someone says, as long as you're like, if you're a friend and you want to play with other classmates, that's fine. But once someone who's your friend wants to come in as the fiend, it turns into a non-projection match. So you cannot play a full game without getting projection, unless you are playing all classmates, which is kind of dumb, because sometimes, like, yeah, I want to earn stuff, but I also feel like I don't want to play with randoms to level up either. How about those maps? So people are asking about the maps and stuff. The scroll map has been registered for this chapter, blah blah blah. If you play the Discord version, you'll get the original maps. I don't know how many people will play that, but so the map has changed. You can't change it back to the old ways. Adjusts are still randomized for set locations in the map. The spider does have his own ambush spot, and it's terrifying. The spider can not only fit through doors, but can follow classmates through crawling spaces, making it very difficult to escape. Can you imagine? I wish they showed it, like where you actually have to crawl through these things. Because watching a spider chasing you through the vents would be terrifying. In addition, her venom, which is Spider-Man, it's a queen, apparently. It's a female spider. Her venom slows classmates down and makes her claws attack more powerful. So if you're hit with venom, it slows them down, and it also makes your hit more powerful. So it hurts them more. There is a new map in development for Chapter 2. All the previous announced maps are very important to us and see the appearance of some unique, unexpected fiends. You thought the spider was crazy? We're just getting started. So they have some really big plan, which brings me excitement. But first, the gameplay has to be on spot. If it's not on spot, then yeah, it's not gonna work. Can the community get involved last year? They talked about they could do fan art, do memes, they could give them ideas. Doesn't mean they're going to use it. And that pretty much was the sums of the MMA. If you guys have any questions, I'll try to get an answer for you. There's some things I like about it, some things I'm not super excited for. Like, the duplication thing is still weird to me. Just because, yeah, I understand people want to use their thing and people leave games because they can't use a certain character. To me, characters are just, they have different voice lines. It doesn't make their perks any better. Like, there's no thing saying, oh, I'm Chad, I'm going to be able to hit harder, or this and that kind of stuff. I run faster. None of that. This game doesn't have that issue. Yeah, I understand you like the character, but so what? It's just a person you're playing. It's not anything special. So the duplication kind of throws me off. Voiceover, if they're gonna do it, they need to do it cosmetic based. Cause just leave it the other way, it's not gonna work. It's gonna make it unbalanced, really. Cause someone sees it and they're far away, like, you're pretty much throwing that killer under the bus already. If they're far away and you kill them, they're not gonna know which killer it is. Let me just look through this again, see if there's anything that jumps out at me. Decided to actually try the spider. At first I was like, it's a fucking spider. But I'm kind of decided, especially if I can chase after him. I'm still gonna play my favorite is Strangler, so hopefully they made him more balanced. Because he's really good if you know how to use him. But he got taken down really fast. You just gotta keep beating on him and keep the healing. Because once he got surrounded, he was done. And I hope they brought something into the game that makes it really balanced, and I enjoy playing them. I played them in the original, just over time it just didn't work. But without further ado, I don't want to keep talking because my voice is killing me. Make sure you leave a like if you did enjoy this, and also kick the shit out of subscribing if you haven't already. I know I say that every time, but it really does show me your support. And leave it a comment. Let me know your thoughts about the MMA, or what your thoughts of last year it is, or let me know your thoughts of my voiceover on or the video, pretty much. I'll see everyone in the next video. Peace.
Attention viewer, if you enjoyed that video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe.